And both teams going through their pregame rituals, getting loose well before we're underway. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And now a quick check of... Beasley, the pass to Gortat. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Tyrone Corbett. This is their first matchup of the season against this squad, and he knows the shot blocking in the middle will certainly be an obstacle. But he said, quote, "We've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack." Guys, he said that putting their bigs in high pick and rolls and shooting the open jumper with confidence will be key. We'll see how they do.
Thanks for that report, Doris. Guys, do you think we'll see game planning early on that might end up developing through the game as, as far as getting through this very tough defense?
I think there's almost no question that what they're doing offensively at the beginning of the game will change several times before we're finished.
Well, that's what the defense they're facing forces you to do. You have to be ready to adjust and make some changes. It's too complex a defensive scheme to just attack it one set way.
Utah with the ball, following the three from Bass. Rush dishes to Biedrich. He passes to Lucas. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Lucas has got his first points of the game.
Beautiful finger roll to cap head drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
And Bass kicks to Beasley. He feeds it to Bass. Bass gets the screen from Beasley. Butler defended by Hayward. 5 to shoot. And that one's good by Butler.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And Rush kicks to Lucas. It's stolen by Bass. Leads him in there. And it's Green shooting it down. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense.
Oh, man, that was unreal. Mark it up.
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't
come
remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
Now Rush. Pass to Lucas. 20 seconds left to play in the first. 6 to shoot. Hayward. The basket drops and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
Bass with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Portland.
And Kevin, don't forget about his playmaking in that game as well. He was wonderful in terms of attacking the defense and figuring out when to shoot and when to find teammates.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter.
Want to be a part of the action? Then come out to a Sun.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Suns.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Bass, he's in a point guard. Markieff Morris and Marcin Gortat are down low. Caron Butler is out there with Brown, who's out there for Phoenix.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are. Well, really a promising young roster for the Utah Jazz team, guys. A lot of blue-chip talent there. I think in a couple of years, this team has a chance to be one of the best in the West.
And they get it back.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. Trailing by 4. Williams passes to Burke. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Burke's got 5. And you got to give this Utah front office a lot of credit. You're right, Clark. They've only missed the playoffs 5 times in the last 30 seasons. Steve, that is a remarkable run.
What I like about Utah, too, Kevin, is that they seem to stay ahead of the curve. They make moves while they still have leverage. Dealing Carlos Boozer, Kirilenko, Deron Williams. So they've done a good job of getting value, getting assets, and continuing to look ahead.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give them 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Kevin, a look here at how the Suns ranked in the NBA last season. 13th in blocks, 14th in assists, and they were in the top half of the league in steals as well. Pretty impressive. You know, when you're one of the worst teams in the league, you have a lot of problems, and for the Suns, one of their biggest problems was that opponents shot very close to 40% against them from behind the arc, and that's just not a winning number.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Marvin Williams. Burke dishes to Favors. He hangs, and it's good on the way up. Favors has got 5 now.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
As you said, Clark, with the Suns, dead last in the league in terms of opposing three-point percentage. Defense overall was a problem for him, Steve, but especially in closing out on shooters beyond the arc.
Well, and the three-point shot, Kevin, has become such a huge part of every NBA team's offense now that if you're struggling to defend that line, you're going to really find yourself at the bottom of the league defensively and record-wise, and that's exactly where Phoenix found itself.
And Bass kicks to Green. Beasley back to Green. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Bass can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 3. Here's Rush. 6 points for him. Pass to Burke. There's the dish to Favors. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Kanter's shot is off.
Well, the latest weight loss story for a big man is Enes Kanter. After his rookie season, he decided it would be best to slim down and add some speed to his game. And the word is he shed almost 50 pounds before the start of last year.
Beasley sets a screen for Bass. Butler on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Bass's shot, good. Bass has got his 2nd bucket of the night. And I didn't get to watch the entire press conference, but read about it earlier today. What did you guys think, Steve, especially about how he is dealing with the media?
Well, this was just incredible, Kevin, the press conference. I mean, have you ever heard anybody talk about planning their Hall of Fame speech one day? I mean, he's throwing out multiple MVPs, All-Star games, rings, everything. The arrogance just off the charts. And now he's got to back it up. But I guess when you're like him, you just throw stuff out there and you don't really care what anybody thinks. And maybe he's just trying to shock people. But I was thoroughly disgusted, to be honest with you.
You know, Steve, I was too. Enough said. You talk about the weight loss for Kanter, even slimming down 50 pounds. Clark, he still comes in over 240 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot of LBs, but it's packed differently now. And he's got a huge frame for such a young player. Physically imposing, dislocated his shoulder late last season and underwent surgery. So we'll see how the rehab goes with that. But, I think he's built to bang and to last and to have an impact.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to Oklahoma City.
And you look at the stat sheet from that night, I mean, the turnovers was just glaring. No way you're going to give up the ball as many times as they did and still win.
Well, not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense and force even more turnovers on the other side. That's the only way you're really going to be able to counteract giving the ball to the opponents at your end.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Favors plays the 4 with Kanter at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. And it's Rush in at the small forward. Burke the pass to Favors. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, he's a bruiser, Kevin. I mean, that's the main thing that jumps out at me, the size and the strength, the intensity that he brings. You can always count on him, especially in the paint. He's going to bring that muscle.
And another thing he's known for all over the league is what an angry shot blocker he is. He does it with attitude when he knocks it out of the air and sends it behind the shooter.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Markieff Morris is checked in for Gortat, and it's Malcolm Lee in for Caron Butler. Jazz leading by 5. And here's Burks. 15 points in the game. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 5th rebound in this one. Bass can't get it to go.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Trailblazers made some major contributions. He ended with 16 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. A strong statement game from him to open up the season. The kind of game this team is hoping to see consistently.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game.
Well, as he often does, Kevin, and we'll see. Maybe he'll explode again tonight because the momentum that he took away from that game, he's got to be feeling confident.
Well, I don't know if it'll carry over, but clearly the fact that you have a high-level performance in your recent memory bank has to do you some good. And like you said, Steve, we'll find out tonight whether it continues.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Jazz.
I thought we might see a little defensive adjustment at halftime, but the fast break continues to be effective.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second-chance points they've been able to get.
The Jazz making a switch here. Gobert, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Williams comes in for Derek Favors. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Alec Burks. And John Lucas is subbed in for Burke. There's the pass to Gobert. 5 on the clock. Takes it from 10. The shot no good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Well, you hate to say it, but they showed a lack of heart at the defensive end in losing that game. Just no effort.
You know, I know the fans don't want to hear it, but you're exactly right. There was no energy, no assertiveness, no aggressiveness. The defense was just lifeless. It's not a night that they're going to look back on fondly.
And it's blocked by Fry. And he's able to get it back. Suns trail by 5. Dragic left side. Dragic off the pick from Morris. Here's Lee outside. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. Lee's got his first 3 points of the game. Utah has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Lucas against Dragic. Lucas dishes to Williams. Back to Lucas. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And that one's good.
Boy, this defense is...
Now, here is Gortat. Butler goes in. Shoots a fader. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Butler's got 5 points in the quarter. Utah's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Bass, he's in at the point. Markieff Morris and Marcin Gortat are down low. Brown out there with Caron Butler. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And rush kicks to Burke. 6 on the shot clock. Uncovered. Here's Kanter. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Phoenix has their hands full guarding against Kanter.
11 rebounds and 12 points. You know, you've got to like the fact that they're getting to the line. And on top of that, they're making their free throws in this half. That bodes well going forward.
And Bass kicks to Brown. Bass gets the screen from Morris. Bass passes to Gortat. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Rush dishes to Burke. Feeds it to Cantor. Down low. Burke gets the bucket. Burke's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Gortat with the screen for Bass. Brown outside. Another three for Phoenix.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Utah leading. Now Rush. He kicks to Burke. Pulls from the top of the key. Yep, right through the net. Burke's got 9 points now in just the second half. Phoenix has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And Bass kicks to Gortat. Dishes to Bass. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Here's what Phoenix has lined up on their schedule. It's off to Oklahoma City for them after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
A lot of fans focused on that matchup for San Antonio.
Jazz leading by 3. Rush the pass to Burke. Rejected by Morris. On against Jefferson. Here's Bass. He nails it. And we're tied up.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come. But
all right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tyrone Corbin was giving to his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
And they take the lead.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
now we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace and sending shots back.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight. Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Back to Butler. Kicks it to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Bass gets the screen for Morris. And the rejection by Cantor. Out of bounds. Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Butler. Offensive rebound. Here's Bass. And it's Gortat finishing it off.
Rudely thrown down after the offensive rebound. He is ramped up now.
Yes, you're right, and you figure this game might come down to a few of those effort plays.
Always does, Kevin.
I wouldn't doubt it. Seems like that kind of a contest tonight.
Burke kicks to Burks. He dishes it to Favors. He's against Morris. Baseline try. There's the feed to Burke for the three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Gortat's got his 5th rebound in this one. Brown with it. Now guarded by Burke. Bass gets the screen from Morris. Bass can't get it to go.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
He passes to Morris. No good from outside. Utah trailing here. Jefferson dishes to Burke. Gets the go-ahead bucket. Burke's got 20.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
Now here's Bass, defended by Burke. Burks with the steal. Moving it up. The rebound by Gortat. Gortat's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Bass with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. 1:03 left in the game. And it's Brown missing.
I'm not sure about that shot, guys. The defense really all over.
Now here's Burke. T right on him.
Huge points.
That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Phoenix has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Bass with it. Bass gets the screen from Gortat. And Bass kicks to Brown. He feeds it to Bass. Can't knock in the 3.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball. Share the sugar.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
There's 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
Not much time to work with. They need a basket here.
Yep, they've got to get a steal or foul to stop the clock.
To end the run. Can't get it to go. And so it's Utah with the win.
Your coach was quoted as saying after the game that the team was really broken up about tonight's loss. In fact, he said a couple of the guys were even crying about it in the locker room afterwards. What do you have to say about that?
I don't really know what to tell you. Every single player on this team puts it all out there every time they step on the court. And a couple of them wear their hearts on their sleeves. Combine all that with a tough loss like tonight, and sure, some guys are going to get a little emotional. Nothing wrong with that, man. If anything, it's just a reminder of how much those guys care and how much harder we have to work again the next time to make sure we don't lose a game like this again. Real talk.